This is the DJI Mavic Mini 2. The ultimate little drone. So I've been playing around with drones for a little while now. My first drone was the Mavic, the original one, and I enjoy that thing a lot. But I want something a little more portable and a little more, backpack friendly, if you will. So let's get this thing open. There it is, the DJI Mavic Mini. This thing is tiny, like fist, drone, not a big difference. The controller that comes with it is actually basically bigger, which is crazy. So, has a little guard on the gimbal. This has a 3-axis gimbal opposed to the 2-axis gimbal on the previous Mavic Mini. In the box comes with extra props. Really cool to see that. Still has a removable battery so you can have more in your bag and swap them out on the go. Battery life is around 30 minutes, give or take, depending on wind and altitude and all those variables, but roughly around 30 minutes. Big changes with the controller. It has this new slide out system to put your phone in, which is a lot nicer, a lot more secure than those ears that grab it. Has thumbsticks available on the bottom, so you don't have to have them on, which is nice because the purpose of this drone, for me at least, is on the go, have it in your bag, so it's nice not to worry about things having to break off. That's a big thing for me. I've done it in previous models of DJI drones, but for the small compact scale, it's nice to have this sort of thing. It also comes with 2 extras in case you lose them. But yeah, let's get this thing charged up and go for a flight. So it is important to note that this drone is under 250 grams, so you are not required to have a license or to register the drone. That being said, you should still follow the rules. Don't be that guy. You still need to, stay away from airports and stuff like that. And I do believe that this drone will still not allow you to fly near them. So, good safety features. This controller is also using OcuSync 2, their newer technology that gives you up to 10 kilometers of range, which is pretty crazy. The previous model of the Mavic Mini only used Wi-Fi signals, so you only got not very far range. So this is a nice improvement. One thing that they did though that I'm not sure if it was just because of their test phone or something like that, but my experience so far with putting the phone into here is the power buttons seem to hit the holder. That's a little bit of an annoyance because you have to have the phone kind of sitting weird on this. First initial flight with it, it's quite nice. It's very stable, a lot more than I expected for how small it is. I don't have almost any wind today, so that's a big plus to that, I guess. But it's right on target. My old Mavic would kind of sway a bit. This one doesn't, so that's nice. I did have a little bit of a hiccup with the camera feed to the controller. It froze a couple times, only for a couple seconds though, not enough to panic. But that was a little bit like, it's not supposed to do that. I don't know. I am kind of close to some power lines, so maybe that's part of it. But initial flight, it's awesome. Very impressed. We'll have to see what the footage looks like on the big screen, but you guys have already seen that. I'm really liking the small form factor of this drone. Those shots I just did, I never would have did with my old Mavic. I would not feel comfortable at all flying it through those tight areas, even though this is not that much smaller if you really think about it. So I've been comparing this drone to the original Mavic. That's the other drone I have experience with. And, well, here's your size comparison. As you can see, this thing is massive compared to this. You picture this in your bag, that's quite a bit of difference. And weight too, this is about 4 times the weight of this. So, you really can't beat this size, and in my opinion, the footage that you get out of this is just as good, if not better, than the original Mavic. One downside though that I will admit that I wish it did have is it doesn't have any of the active track features. If you're not sure what those are, that's where you can have the drone follow you with like AR tracking. That would be nice to see, but the price point, this is 550 Canadian dollars. You sacrifice features for the cost and also keeping the size down. But then there are still features that I think are really great that they did add, like the ability to switch flying modes on the fly from the controller between normal, sport, and cine mode. Although the cine mode one doesn't quite make sense, since it doesn't have color profiles, it's not really a cinematic thing, so why would you have cine? That part was kind of confusing to me. So the question though, is this drone worth getting? And I think as your first time drone, yes, 100% get it. It is the best drone you're gonna get to learn and figure out how this stuff works. If this was available when I was first getting a drone, it's easily what I would have picked up. If you're already experienced with drones, should you get it? And if you have the extra budget for it, I think it's a great drone to have in your backpack, so you always have something if you ever just need to get that one aerial shot for whatever reason you're doing. If you're hiking or you want to do some Instagram stuff or whatever, it's great for that. I think it's amazing, and I personally will have this in my bag all the time for that reason. It is the best drone of its size right now. There's nothing else that I know of that can compete with the quality and the reliability that you get with DJI. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you're new here. I like to make videos on things that interest me with tech and whatnot. So yeah, this is up my alley. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one. I don't know what it's going to be, so make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss it.